What's up guys, how's it going? Spencer here with the Live Now project, and today we're looking at the 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan. This is the S model with 4Motion. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's start with a quick walk around of the exterior. This has the beige white exterior, and on the interior it's paired with a two-tone tan and black interior. It's a leatherette. The wheels are 16-inch rims, riding on Dunlop All Seasons. Alright, so one of the great features about the 2017 lineup of the VWs, especially the Tiguan in particular, all of them are coming standard with a remote keyless access system, so it's all based off of proximity. So basically this is just the key fob. It's your typical VW key fob. It's got a flip out side key to lock the glove box, things like that. Back's VW symbol, a couple buttons on the front. But basically the nice thing about this key is you just wrap it up, put it in your pocket. The second you go to touch the door handle, the car actually unlocks. It senses that you're close enough to unlock it. And then when you're leaving the vehicle after you've gotten to your destination, all you do is you just take a finger and lay it slightly for a couple of seconds right on that little outlined piece, and it locks it. It's a really great feature. Let's go ahead and hop in. So after entering the vehicle, that same key fob just stays in your pocket. You depress the brake pedal, and there's a little button down in the center console here, and it says start stop. All you have to do is just hold that. As long as the key's within the vehicle, the car will start automatically. Just like so. So this 2017 model actually comes with VW's new interface. It's all a touchscreen interface. Has some buttons along the side on the left here, has band, media, phone, and voice. And then on the right side it has an eject button, mute button, sound, and menu. Basically when you go to menu, it gives you all your options for the system. Gives you App Connect, which is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Scrolling over, we have sound preferences, images, settings for the entire system. Back over to the left, we have radio, music, and phone. And now these are all the buttons that are found on the side here. So for example, if we go into media, that'll be all your media out sources. So it's currently playing my cell phone because it's connected via Bluetooth. And you have your volume knob on the left there, tuner on the right. If we go back up to the left here and go band, that'll take us to the Sirius XM window. And that'll give us a bunch of different features, a bunch of different channels, and so on and so forth. That does work if you have a subscription. Back to the media, it does have a couple different sources. So you have Bluetooth, you have USB, CD, SD card, and of course the auxiliary. Phone will give you a phone pad, it'll give you some of your presets as well as a dialing pad so you can make a phone call while driving. Voice will be a voice recognition system that works actually really well. Options like telephone, radio, different things like that. Go over to menu, and you can go through and you can do system setup, you can do sound, and it works all pretty well. The touchscreen is actually very responsive and works really well, which is nice. Go through, change your bass, your mid, your treble, different features like that. So we'll go back to the sound there, turn that down. Going down to the middle stack here, does have dual heated seats. They're 3-stage heated seats, and they get hot pretty dang quick. AC's off. If we go ahead and spin the knob here in the middle, turn on, and works pretty quick as well. You have heat on the right, AC on the left, as well as max AC down there at the bottom, which will turn on recycle. Different fan speeds. Over here we have the angle of where you want the air to come out of, which vents, as well as defrost. Coming down to the middle, start stop button, a couple cubbies, as well as the traction control button, turning that off, We'll basically just let the wheels spin a little bit more freely and not have all the assists come on, which is kind of nice depending on which situation you're in. Maybe you're in sand or snow and you need to have all 4 wheels kind of work at the same time. That's the button to push. Coming down here, we have the 4Motion labeled gear selector here. If we go into reverse, it does have a backup camera built into that middle interface there, which is very nice. Big, and the quality is relatively pretty good for what it is. Go down into drive. If you flip it over to the right, we have a manual shift, and you can see up in the top right corner there, it does shift up and down. Shows your gears. And then one more down, we have a sport mode, and this will basically just make the transmission shift a little bit quicker, give it a little bit different throttle response, and things like that. Basically just making it a little bit more sporty characteristics. Couple cup holders, maybe a little coin tray there. This is a electronic parking brake, so if by pulling up, we activate the parking brake, and then by putting our foot on the brake and pressing down, that'll actually turn the parking brake off. Nice height adjustable glove box here. And it also comes out a couple different ways there, and then it is leather wrapped and stitched, so very comfortable on the arm. It is an 8-speaker audio system, auto headlights, as well as all auto windows, one touch up and down, automatic locks, as well as mirrors. The mirrors are heated as well, which is very nice. Coming up top there, we do have illuminated vanity mirrors, which is great. Place for your sunglasses, as well as all your light options. Auto dimming rear view mirror, which is very great. Really premium options. So let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle here. Go ahead and shut it down and hop in the back. So now we're in the back of the vehicle. As you can see, pretty decent leg room. I'm just under 6 feet tall, and I have a pretty good headroom there, good couple inches, as well as leg room for knees. Can also stretch out quite a bit. It's very comfortable. There's pretty good bolstering and padding all around the seat, which is very nice. All the way up the back feels really good. Shoulders. Seatbelt, I think, hits at the right position for me, which is very nice, easy to put into place and throw it on. There's a couple air vents down here in the back, which I think is really nice for kids, especially a little bit younger. It's nice to be able to have, air coming on them and keep them either cool or warm. There's also a 12-volt power adapter. Maybe you got an iPad or something that you want to charge on the go, especially for the kids. It's really great. All the materials back here are actually very nice. Most of them are going to be kind of soft touch, padded, as well as the leatherette theme with stitched kind of throughout. One-touch windows in the back as well. You got some speakers on the door. You can also lock and unlock the door from the rear, which is kind of nice. And then, of course, an aluminum door handle there, which is great. It does fit 3 adults back here. I don't know if I would suggest for super long car rides, but if you got to get to point A to point B, it's actually not that bad. As well as, good headroom. The sills are nice in the bottom there, so you still have good knee room. A place for everyone's feet, so it's not a bad place to be. Here's a better look at that two-tone leather. Seat controls, you have the automatic backrest there, and then height adjustable, which is very nice. And then to move front and back, there's a little lever down there that you pull. Better look at the dashboard there. Steering wheel's leather wrapped, very comfortable. Go ahead and move on to the back seat here. Show you guys that a little bit more in depth. Like I said before, footwell is very nice and large. Vents in the back there, as well as an armrest in the center with 2 cup holders. So another great feature, especially when you're looking at a small kind of compact SUV, you want to have usable space. And there's a couple different things that go along with that. One of which is the opening to the trunk, which is great. This one's very large, as well as ease to put items into the trunk, so a low kind of load surface. And this car really hits them all, I think. So the keys in my pocket, like I showed you guys earlier, it's in proximity. So just by tapping the button underneath here, it'll actually unlock just the trunk here, which is also a safety feature, really nice. And as you can see, it's a very wide opening. The trunk actually goes up pretty high as well, which is very nice so you're not bonking your head. And then it's a low load surface, which is great. So maybe you have some of the bigger items that you have to take off the cart and put them in the trunk here. You don't have to worry about it. It's all just, you know, flush and very nice. Also, they come with the Volkswagen cargo system, and basically that system is used by these little trays here. They have Velcro on the bottom. Let's say you have milk or, you know, groceries that you don't want kind of sliding around the vehicle. You just place these down, put the item in, and they're not going anywhere. And that way it ensures that your cargo is there, and it's not going to slide around, and it's not going to lose it, you know, on a quick turn or anything like that. Also, it's very good volume space. You could probably fit a couple suitcases in there. It does have the cargo tray on top too, so when this is closed, you know, no one can see what's in the trunk, which is great. Underneath the trunk there, we have the spare tire, as well as, you know, a little bit more storage room. Maybe you want to throw something in there, lock the car, and it'll ensure that no one will be able to see it, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and close that up. Alright guys, so before we go on a drive, let's go ahead and talk about what's powering the vehicle. This is a 2-liter, 4-cylinder, turbocharged engine, which has 200 horsepower and about 207 foot-pounds of torque. It's a pretty quick little engine. As you can see, all the battery and everything is kind of sealed up, which is very nice just in case of a crash. It also helps with sound detonation. And speaking of which, there's quite a bit of that throughout the firewall, which is great. It'll keep the engine a little bit quieter and not as much rattle or vibration in the interior of the vehicle. Alright, so now we are on the interior of the VW Tiguan. It's a 2017 model, S-Line. Give you guys some driving impressions. It's pretty comfortable. The seats are actually very well bolstered and they kind of keep you in very nicely. Like I said before, it does have the 2-liter, 4-cylinder, 200 horsepower, 207 foot-pounds of torque. It may not sound like a lot, but it is turbocharged, and I think they did a pretty good job with the gearing for the most part. So, you know, it's not super fast, kind of blow you out of the seat fast, but I think for what it is and you know, to get you up and going, especially at about 60 miles per hour, you know, freeway speeds, I think it does a pretty good job. I'm currently at, I don't know, probably a couple hundred feet of elevation, and I've also driven these VWs as well as this car in the mountains at a couple thousand feet, and it seems to do pretty good on both. Obviously it's gonna be a little bit quicker with lower elevation because there's, you know, better air, but I think overall it does a pretty good job. One of my favorite features in this car, especially when driving it, is actually the leather-wrapped steering wheel. I think it feels very nice in the hands, and to me that's very important, especially on long drives. You know, it's better than having a plastic steering wheel or something that, you know, doesn't feel as solid. So if you listen here, we're going to go ahead and accelerate. Just kind of a casual acceleration, and it's quiet. The engine's not very loud, there's no music on, there's no AC on, and it's quiet in here. Alright, we'll go ahead and hit the pedal here. It's got some power, it gets up and goes, that's for sure. Alright guys, that wraps up my review of this 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan. For just around $28,000, of course with dealer incentives, different programs, sign and drive, things like that they have going on, you can get this car for a lot less, and I think this car is definitely worth the money. If you're looking at something that's kind of sporty, practical, a little bit higher up off the ground, I think this car is perfect for you, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Paired with that 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder, I think it's a great car. Of course, this is going to be my personal vehicle, and it does only have a couple hundred miles on it, so far I have nothing really negative to say. I think it's a great car. It's just always adapting to a new car. But overall, like I said before, I think it's a great car, and if you're looking for something that's, you know, kind of sporty, this could be the one for you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.